Hey subscribers, today we'll have a deep and detailed breakdown of how the global governance system is changing and what awaits us in the coming decades. Let's start with the big geopolitical picture. Something truly revolutionary is happening right now. Imagine the classic triangle: transnational corporations, states, and supranational structures. This system, which seemed unshakable just 20 to 30 years ago, is now beginning to crumble. And replacing it is what experts call deep power. What is deep power? It's the most aggressive and pragmatic part of existing systems. A mix of special services, the most radical representatives of corporations who no longer fit into traditional state models. The army remains tied to state structures, while special services become the primary instrument of transformation. Look at the historical logic. When the capitalist class felt that state borders were constraining them, they began creating supranational structures. Historically, Masonic lodges were the first, then other transnational organizations appeared. Now we see that these structures are also in deep crisis. A vivid example is the United States. Nixon was the last president who spoke about the world as an interaction of national states, and then a real coup began. Kennedy's assassination, Nixon's impeachment, these were not just political events, but markers of a change in the governance system. The United States transformed from a state into a cluster of transnational corporations. September 11th was a landmark moment when deep power essentially fully declared itself. The main result was the creation of a national security system and the actual limitation of civil rights. Now, for the most interesting part, how knowledge and research institutions are changing. Special services and corporations are literally siphoning off the best minds from universities. Take Oxford or Cambridge, once temples of science, now refugees of mediocrity. A bright example is the CIA's GLT project, which started in 2000. They digitized almost all scientific literature from 1801 to 2000 for 7 countries: USA, United Kingdom, Germany, France, USSR, Russia, China, and Japan. And you know what's interesting? The development models of 6 countries corresponded to theoretical forecasts. But Russia did not. That is, our country is historically unique. Universities are now degrading. Instead of serious research, gender studies, and other marginal activities. The elite no longer study in mass universities. Closed colleges exist for them. The most interesting part is about the middle class. Western sociologists were already talking about a 20 to 80 society 20 years ago, 20% rich and 80% poor. Now the forecast is even harsher, 10% rich and 90% practically without rights. The middle class as a social shock absorber is disappearing. Imagine a new model. Several enclaves with total control. Smart cities where 20 million people will manipulate the rest. For the others, computer games, consumption control, and minimal freedoms. But here's an important caveat. We are in a bifurcation field where different scenarios are possible. Much depends on geopolitical processes. For example, if the West breaks its teeth on Russia, the trajectory of development will be completely different. The world is changing rapidly, friends. Be ready, put likes, subscribe, and don't miss such episodes. See you in the next videos.